Well, hey, Internet. Welcome aboard. This is Steve, A Thousand Year Home. Appreciate you joining in. Got a quick video here today, but let's talk a little bit. Rotate. Alrighty, y'all. So, two trains of thought in life, right? Well, fire ants. They are the devil's insect, let me tell you. So, this here fire ant poison, and I don't like to poison anything. If you take a look in it, you'll see it's a little granular looking. And what I have noticed is that it attracts the birds. The birds seem to like this stuff. So I use it underneath my trailer because fire ants are the real deal. Alrighty, well, let me talk for a minute about fire ants out here. And, I am an organic farmer. I'm trying to do it all as natural as I possibly can. But this invasive species here, you take a look, that's a fire ant nest, and you take a look at where it's at, it's right in front of my horse trough. So if my horses come over here and stand even for a moment, they will get swarmed. Now, it's cold today, so the fire ants have gone down in the ground, and, I only see one or two. Normally, if I do that on a hot day, there would be fire ants swarming me. They are really something, but you take a look and, there's not many fire ants in there. So, but there's two trains of thoughts, right? The first thing is to use a granular fire ant protector. Just throw it all over your yard. Well, ants and bees are next door kin, so this stuff will kill your bees as well, and maybe that's why we have less bees. Maybe we're just making them too weak. In addition, it's a granular. There, I poured some of it. It's granular, so it seems to me that the birds kind of zero in on it and peck at it. Well, I recently read that fire ants don't like orange oil, and that's all this is squeezed orange peel. Now, what I'm going to do here with this fire ant mound is I'm going to treat it. I'm going to see if I can get rid of the fire ants on there just using a little bit of this. I see one or two in there. I'll just use a little bit. Do a little bit of an experiment. This again is orange oil. Nothing fancy. Alrighty. If that works, then I'll go ahead and get a squirt gun of this stuff. It's not a whole lot of money. And then I don't have to worry about my birds and my bees. So let's give that a whirl. Fire ant poison. And I'm not a big fan of this poison. Gonna get rid of it so the birds don't notice it. Come swooping down. Alright, I'll come back later and we'll kick that nest up. Maybe I'll dig it and see if we can find any live ants. I saw a few in there. It is cold today, so I saw a few in there. Fire ants versus orange oil. Test number 2. Let's disturb them a little bit. Alright. And they're moving slow today because it's cold. But if you got in there, they would sting the crap out of you. Alright, for test number 2, I'm going to put in 3 capfuls of orange oil. Home and outdoor. And it is just orange. It smells wonderful. I mean, as far as insecticides go, you couldn't ask for anything better. Alright. So there's cap number 1. This particular fire ant mound is about the size of a football. NFL regulation size. Cap number 2. All right. And there's cap number 3. So in the past, I've just been pouring it on unmonitored. But I think putting this in if this works, putting it in a squeeze gun where I can shoot it out with a stream, then I don't even have to bend down. All right, cap number 3. I'll let that stew and we'll take a look at it. Let's go look at the other nest right now and see how that's doing. All right, this was yesterday. I found this nest Now this is a big nest. It's approximately 2 basketball sizes, and it goes underneath my my stock tank. The problem is if the horses stand here, they'll get stung, and they need to be able to drink. So yesterday I treated it. Let's see if anybody's home. I did 2 other smaller nests too. And you saw earlier that one that I found that was in the rain. No. At the very least, it drove them out there. Now, I don't know if they're underneath the stock tank or not. The advantage of that oil is I smell amazing. And I don't worry like this stuff, this poison, this ortho poison that kills bees. And also I've noticed little tiny like sparrows like the granularity, and they stop by to eat it. So then I had to sweep it all under, and I leave this outside, and one year I found a mouse nest inside my bag of death. So I'm trying to listen. I don't want any poisonous at all, but when it comes to fire ants, you gotta fight them. You gotta fight them. So I'm hoping this orange oil works, and I've done it 4 times so far. That last test that I filmed is the 4th test. 2 of them softball sizes, and I'm telling you, they're dead. They're gone. Like the rain came last night, and they are washed away. And anybody that knows fire ants, you don't wash fire ants away. They actually build their mounds before the rain and move all their eggs up into the top where the eggs stay dry. So 2 softball-sized ones I found, and they're dead. And that one on the stump that I just found and treated with your eyes. And then that one I found at the horse trough yesterday that appears dead. What I should do is scrape all the dirt away. I'll do that. I'll scrape all the dirt away with a shovel and see what shows up. But I've got it all over my hands. And I'm not worried about dying. And I'm not worried about little birds, and I'm not worried about mice making nests inside the things. I don't care about the mouse. I care about a mouse full of sickness going out and getting eaten by a coyote or a fox or something rare even, weasel. I've got bobcats here. I wouldn't want them eating a sick mouse. So the only poison I have on this property is fire ant poison. So it's the last thing for me to solve for. The weeds I mow away, and mesquite, I don't poison mesquite either. I mow it away, and listen, you won't get it the first year, but the mesquite only has so much energy in the roots, so much starch, and you mow it twice, and it won't come back, depending on the size of the stump. And then if you do like me, where you use a unsharpened blade to mow mesquite, it bifurcates the mesquite, breaks it all up into a lot of little sticks, and then it can't re-sprout. It's when it has a clean cut, and then the stem cells, just like human beings, the stem cells can reorganize at the top of that cut and sprout again. But if it's all jagged, then the stem cells have to do a lot of hard work. They get confused. They don't sprout again. All right, man, I smell really good. Okay, well, I'll monitor that. I'll do another couple of videos. Well, hello, everybody. This is Steve of 1,000 Year Home. So I'm doing restorative agriculture, and I'm also building a Spanish mission house out of a couple of shipping containers. But let's talk about this. This is about the fire ants. I have been off the farm for about a week, and I left off. I poisoned 4 nests with just orange oil. That's all it was, orange oil. It's not anything else. There's no chemicals added to it, just orange oil. So this one I used 3 caps from the top of the bottle. So just your typical household cap full. And wow, I am here to tell you, and it is warm today, so they should be out. Wow. I'm almost tempted to put my hand in there. Let me do that and see if it still smells orangey. Oh, yeah. It's got a real faint orange flavor. Nary an ant. I didn't stir up one. That surprised me, but there's a spot over there I did not pour it. So maybe this got uncomfortable to them and they just went right over there. Let's take a look at that. That one looks fresh. All right. Fire ants You. Anybody home? Looky. Oh, wow. Wow, I was not expecting this thorough. Just 3 little capfuls. This was a really big one, about the size of a football. And when I stirred it up, much colder than this, they still swarmed. Look at everybody. They're gone. They're gone. So that's 4 out of 4. Let me go right now with you and check the horse trough. Now that one was the size of a couple of footballs. And of course, if the horses would stand in it, then it would, they crawl up their legs and sting them. And the horses have shied away from here. So let's take a look at this. Now you can see where it killed the grass. I can see that. Let me look. Yoo-hoo. Anybody home? No, that stuff looks fresh there. Oh, wow. This one really smelled. But this one wasn't governed. I just poured it out. But 4 out of 4 confirm absolute nest annihilations using... Wow. Wow. Oh, look. Look, I've got a brand new one. This one showed up after the rain. Let's do a comparative. Let's see what happens when I do that. Oh, they're so angry. Let's give them the gift of orange. Pause. All right, so look at everybody. It says that it's castor oil with citrus tempers and orange oil. So that's it. And looky there. They are not happy. So you know I got those other 2 nests. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to do capful here, capful there, capful there. Just 3 capfuls. So you see they're already swarming the, I overspilled a little bit. They're swarming the orange thing. I'm going to fill that up again since it started decaying into the thing. So we'll count that as one. I am, all right, over here. Just sprinkling it on. Sprinkling it on. All right. I'm going to count that, and then I'll just be careful over here. My goal with this is ultimately I'm going to put it in a squeeze bottle. All right, well, this is my last test. You see it with your own eyes. Everybody can see that swarm in there. A very unhappy swarm of fire ants, and we'll check it in there. Have the males are getting ready, and the queens, I can see both. They've got eggs right there. Just everything you wouldn't want. Look at them tear up that little cricket. He may not make it before they kill him off. All righty. Let me put my finger there. Already they're staggering. Okay, so let's see what happens with that tomorrow. Also, I've got orange oil all over my fingers, and I made a mess of it on myself. And you know what the ramification is? I smell beautiful. Look at that. But unlike poisons, I'm really not worried about that. I'll rinse it off so that it doesn't, burn my skin. And wow. So these are just empirical tests that I'm doing out here as a rancher on a farm in Texas. Fire ant problem, as you can see. Now, I don't like poisoning, so the only poison that's still on this farm is fire ant poison. And what I must do, they will invade your house. They'll sting your babies. They don't care. And but if I can fight them with a natural product that smells great, and I have heard that citrus also shoos away mice and vermin. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm here to tell you 4 out of 4 nests dead. And the only thing I used was orange oil. And I found a 5th nest just now. I could walk 20 feet and hit a new nest. I'm just doing around my house. So, but 4 out of 4 dead. There's a new one. We will check it. I'll check it later today. It's about, a little after lunch, like 1 o'clock. I'll check it this evening around 5. We'll see if they're dead. All right, fire ant experiment number 5. So 4 nests dead. You saw me poison one with orange oil. Treat it. I'll call it treat it instead of poison because that sounds so much better. Treat it with orange oil 4 hours ago. I was going to check it tomorrow, but it might rain. So let's see today. Rotate. All right. So here we go. Oh, are you seeing what I'm seeing, Internet? Look at all those dead ants. They didn't get the eggs. See, they left the eggs. That's not what fire ants do. Now, I still see some little guys moving around, but they're staggering. So my opinion is this interferes with their ability to behave in a fire ant method. Let me stir up the nest here. And see, look at that. Remember earlier? No more than just a few hours earlier. Sorry about that. My case got in the way. No more than a few hours earlier, they were swarming if I stirred them up. All right, let me stir them up here. Look at that. So you see the ones that were dead from earlier today. I'm poking where I didn't even put it. Look at that, Internet. Their eggs are still right in there. I'm telling you, orange oil is an effective fire ant, and boy, Monsanto would not want you to know that, and DuPont. Better than fire ant poison. This just orange oil, just regular old orange oil, castor oil with orange oil, and these guys are knocked out. Look at, they left their eggs. They left their eggs. They never leave their eggs. I got you, Queen, too. My opinion is the orange oil interferes with their ability to communicate as a hive, and it doesn't take long for them to fall apart. Look, fall apart. There's a few guys staggering around. They are most unhappy, and all I did was pour it over the top. Hey, there's that cricket that was being chewed up earlier. He made it out. Orange oil. Well, this is Steve at 1,000-Year Homes, and I'm talking about restorative agriculture. Nothing's better news than having an all-natural way to get rid of fire ants. And listen, you put poison on a nest that you paid for, that red ant killer you get from Home Depot or whatever. My method was cheaper, faster, better, and thorough. You saw that. That guys, they are dead. And I don't have to worry about little wrens and sparrows pecking at the grains and picking through it. I wouldn't have to worry about a bag of poison in my shed that ends up getting in someplace. And it smells wonderful. And I don't have to worry about my own health. Everybody, just go out, get yourself some orange oil. You can find it. You don't have to get the abstracts that are for cooking that are real expensive. I just bought industrial grade orange oil like you'd use to wash your hands with. I just looked at it. It was castor oil, oil temperas, whatever that is, and citrus oil. That's it. And these guys are dead. Oh man, I am so happy. So I hope that this YouTube video goes viral for many reasons, but one of them, let's stop poisoning the world and let's start using natural remedies that actually work. And this works. So, all right, Steve at 1,000-Year Homes. Like, subscribe, follow me along.